We are all programmed. And I don't mean just societal programming, like it's not just about beliefs. I mean the programming of protection, because every human being has had moments where you learn that a certain situation is not safe, or that it hurts too much, or that I can't be fully myself here. And when we have a lot of moments like that, then parts of us begin adapting around survival. And we have one part that learns to stay quiet, to preserve connection. Another one is chasing achievement so that it finally feels worthy. And another one just shuts down emotionally because feeling becomes too overwhelming. And these parts stop feeling like coping mechanisms and they start feeling like who we are after a while. But if we look underneath, they are often fractures that formed around safety, worth, connection, and expression. And these parts are simply trying to protect us from ever feeling that same pain again. So they take over and they manage relationships, they control emotions, they create coping behaviors, and they either push people away or they cling to people. They make us overthink, overwork, or numb ourselves. And we spend years trying to fix ourselves without realizing that we are still being unconsciously controlled by these fragmented survival patterns. And that's why also self-sabotage can feel so confusing. Because there's like one part of you that wants love, peace, and connection, and another part of you is still just focused on protection. But if we shame ourselves or if we push ourselves with discipline, we are basically rejecting these parts. And because these parts only get to relax when they finally feel safe enough to stop protecting you. And that only happens when we start meeting them with awareness instead of resistance, when we understand them, when we feel what they were not allowed to feel, when we actually listen to what they were trying to protect. And we stop treating them like enemies. And then we help them realize that they no longer have to carry the entire burden of survival on their own. And when we do that, then the authentic self starts becoming stronger than the protection, which also means that the grip that these parts have on our nervous system also begins to loosen because the performance becomes less necessary. And you can finally start living from who you actually are instead of from everything you had to become to survive.